What's up, guys? Just wanted to give you an update. This is that Cummins gas engine that I'm doing a rear main seal on. This is the back of the crank here. Basically, got the transmission out, sitting down there. Got the rear main pulled. With Cummins, there's a special tool. Basically, sits over here. You drill 6 holes, and they supply screws with them. Screw those in, and then there's a center bolt that runs through and catches this and pushes the whole thing out. And then the old rear main leaves this, I don't know if you can, now I got it pretty well cleaned up now, but there's like a red film kind of around the lip of the crank here. You gotta get that all cleaned off, some gray Scotch-Brite and some brake clean. So I'm gonna keep on cleaning this until it's sparkly shiny, and then we'll throw the rear main in, and I'll try and get a video of that for you guys. Alright guys, so I got the crank all cleaned up. To put this rear sail on, there's 3 studs like this. They're threaded. They just thread into the flywheel bolt holes. And then take your new rear main seal. There it goes. It'll start on the crank. And then this just comes with all the new rear mains. It goes on the tool. And then the whole thing, kind of hard to do with one hand. But it'll slide on there like that, and there's a couple different holes. You just want to make sure that you get them lined up. And then there's nuts thread on here. One on each. And then you just work around tightening them until Cummins has a torque spec on these. So whenever you hit that torque spec, it's seated all the way. So that's all there is to it. We'll get this installed and put the torque plates back on and the flywheel, and then stuff the transmission, and this thing should be out of here today. So we'll update you whenever we get a little bit closer. What's up, guys? So made it to the end of the day. I was working on this transmission job over here, the one that was getting the rear main seal, and I showed you pulling or installing the rear main, got that all in. It torques you with them studs and nuts. You torque the nuts down to 16 Newton meters, and then you're supposed to measure the protrusion of it, make sure it's seated all the way and flush and everything with the bell housing. So got that all done. Got the flywheel, flex plate, and everything back in. Put the transmission back up. Got all the bolts in. PTO lines, transcooler lines, all the plugs. Put the drive shaft back up. Really, the only thing which I didn't get time to do today is torque converter bolts and to fill back up the fluid. So I've got a mess right now under this truck. So I'm not going to crawl underneath and show you. But these Allisons are, I'm not a fan of working on them, to be honest. They're a good transmission. They hold up nice. They take a lot of abuse, but they're just a pain in the butt to work on, to pull in and out. I mean, what's going on, guys? Just finished up for the day. Had a lot going on today. We've been having trucks move in and out. I've been test driving and working on trucks, and it's just been a hectic day. So pretty much since the last update, as you can see, we got that bay empty and we got that bay empty. So I got my 2 trucks out. Just had a couple small things to figure out with that rear main seal job. Just had to do some torque converter bolts, fill up all the fluids, give it a test drive. It was pretty straightforward. I had it done before noon today. So, and then for this other one over here, they got a clutch and we were waiting on the approval for the transcooler lines. We got that approval. I got those in, oh boy, that was probably around 1 o'clock. Filled up all the fluids, took it for a test drive, brought it back, rechecked everything, and then for their tune-up I had to check codes, check for campaigns, and then run it through a regen. So finished that up maybe about 45 minutes ago, and worked on cleaning up the bays. I still got a lot of, usually these floors are sparkling white. I like working in a clean shop. I think it just looks nicer, and it's a lot better to roll around on the floor whenever it's clean. So I'll finish cleaning this up tomorrow probably, and we'll go from there, see what boss wants me to bring in. We got 2 new trucks in here that the other guys are working on. The one is another 9-liter Cummins. It's getting the piston upgrade, and for this other one, it's another garbage truck. I think it's got a data link code that they're trying to figure out. So pretty straightforward. I'm gonna try, once again, Happy New Year. I'm gonna try and work on getting some better videos more frequently. I wanna try and get some better quality, just a lot more of them if I can. I gotta talk to my boss and make sure that's okay. So I don't wanna take away from, work, because this is my livelihood. So whenever I'll talk to him, see about maybe making this a little bit more of a regular thing. I need to talk to a couple of our tool dealers, see if they'd be willing to appear, and yeah, that's about it. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later.